This episode of the GR Rideshare Adventure podcast is sponsored by CarStar Impact of Cascade. They are located at 5566 36th Street in Grand Rapids on the corner of Craft and 36th Street, right near the airport. Their telephone number is 616-954-9200. Steve is the manager there. They do a great job. They've worked on Ben's car. If you've heard Gabe on the podcast, they've done work for him. What CarStar Impact of Cascade does is they have an open bay for rideshare drivers. If you have work that needs to get done, call them. They can get you in that day or the next day and get you back on the road to make money. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures podcast. Rideshare infotainment for the new driver, old driver, and everyone in between.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
I had to swallow. Hey guys, welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventure podcast. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm super excited. It feels like it's been a month since we've been back.
2 weeks.
I know, but it feels like a month. Real quick, we have a new sponsor, our first sponsor and only sponsor. It is the podcast episode is sponsored by CarStar Impact of Cascade.
Woo.
Yes, they are a body shop and detail place on 36 and Craft in Grand Rapids, Michigan, right near the Gerald R. Ford Airport. They do, again, they're focusing on the detail and the body work. We'll talk a little bit more about them later on, but they also offer priority to rideshare drivers or people that use their car for income. So,
Yep.
All right, introductions. We have 3 of the OGs in here. Jesper.
Hello, hello.
And producer Ben.
Hey, I'm over here. You can't see me.
And
where's the producer cam?
Well, he has it, but he didn't get time to splice it into the big one. So, and then we have Peter.
Hey,
and Peter has been here before, and thank you for sitting in. So
Yes. I like it when it's down here covering my bad side.
Your bad side. Hey guys, do us a huge favor. If you're watching this on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, can you please share it with your friends? That help us kind of get the word out that we're, a rideshare podcast, and especially Larry and in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Share it with all your Nashville friends. That would be great. So stories from the past 2 weeks. I've been driving periodically during the day because the rain has been absolutely terrible in Michigan, at least in Western Michigan. So the one story I do have, I don't have any weekend shenanigans, but during the week, I got a ride right around the corner, and I pulled up, and it was kind of a long time before she came out, like, oh, I wonder if she's going to come out. And when I pulled up, she comes out and she's got a cane, like a blind. What would you call that? A blind cane? I mean, it's not really a cane, but
cane isn't blind.
It's well,
a seeing eye cane.
Right. But what would you call that thing? I see them doing like the tap.
I don't know what it's called.
But anyway, she comes out.
The cane.
And so she kind of looking, and so I roll the window down and I say her name, and I say, I say, are you her? And she goes, why is your car gray? And I said, excuse me? Because it took me by surprise. And she's like, your car's gray in the app. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. So then she went and looked at my plate and come in. And so apparently Uber has my car gray. And
So she's blind, but she can see that.
Right. Like, I didn't know what kind of blind she was. Was she far away? Like Megan said, she may have been like far away blind, but like up close because she was right next to the car.
Right. Obviously not colorblind.
Well, no. I mean, I was like, what is going on here? But the reason she asked is because she got that notification from Uber saying, check the plate, check the color, check the driver, yada, yada. So it's just, I guess it's a good thing, but it took me back. I about laughed 20 minutes after that ride because I couldn't believe she said that. I'm like, how can you even see that? So anyways. Any stories for you, Jesper?
Oh, I have lots. Actually, I have lots of stories, but I'm going to try and make it short. So first,
That'll be a first.
Hey, funny, haha.
Hey,
So I tried something new this last week, and I actually signed up for Horizon's Hum last week. which put that is it a dongle or whatever, the thing that goes into your OBD.
Yep.
So my car now has Wi-Fi, which is pretty cool. I don't have a sign yet, but I'm going to be putting up signs so there's Wi-Fi for that, which is probably not going to be that important. But anyway, so when I got Wi-Fi, I didn't have one of the kids' old tablets that I then hooked up in the car, and I put Pandora Premium on the tablet, and then I hooked up that tablet onto the Bluetooth on the car, and people loved being able to DJ the trip. I mean, I would say that, hey guys, see the tablet in front of you guys, you're the DJ, and they're like, what? This is the coolest thing, and it's like. It just people just had fun. They like having something to play with, and they would all play something different. And I don't care what they play. And that was the whole point of getting the Pandora Premium, so that not all the ads all the time.
Do you have it attached, the tablet?
So I have an actual holder that sits right behind my car seat, and it's easy enough to take it off.
Why do you put it behind yours?
Because I found if I had it over here, people are knocking it down. People most of the time use that door to come in, and they would keep knocking it down.
Yeah, when I had the minivan, when I ran that trip cam software, I had the same thing. Because with my Pilot, I put it behind mine. Now, I was with the Octopus tablet, so kind of the same thing. Just entertaining, just something a little bit different, but. Did your tips increase, or didn't you really notice?
I don't know, but I had excellent tips all weekend. I mean, I really did. I don't know. I don't have enough data to see whether they actually increased or not, but I had excellent tips.
I've been getting tipped great during the day.
I had one time somebody gave me a $10 tip, $5 tip, lots of $3 and $2 tips. And so whether or not they increased, I don't know.
So was the $10 because you're so handsome?
Absolutely, of course. I mean, how can you even question that?
Dashing.
So the dashing. There you go. The other story was Saturday night. It was 2:00, and I caught a ride. 5 people out to Allendale. I took them out there. It was a fine ride. They had fun doing the whole DJ thing. They were very much into country, so they were playing all kinds of country and just had a blast. Then we got out, dropped them off out in Allendale. And normally when I have an Allendale trip as my last trip, I go home because it's like half the way home. But I got greedy. And so I looked downtown and it was still searching. It's like, I'm going to go do one more trip. But lo and behold, what happens once I get downtown? It's gone, right? So the search is all gone. I'm like going around, and here sits this guy, the young kid in front of the woods. And he's just sick. He had just puked, and he was just not feeling good. Like, ugh. And so, I didn't know where he was going, and so I rolled down the window and I go, "Hey man, where do you live? Do you need to go home?" And I was just gonna drive him home. Like
you were gonna,
I was just gonna take him home because
sometimes you got to do that.
But then he's like, "Yeah, yep, no, I really want that." It's like, so where's home? Allendale. So it's like, okay, I can take it to Allendale, but we're doing it on the app because if you get sick in my car, I didn't tell him that.
Yeah,
but,
you mean you didn't just drive him there?
No,
you didn't drive him to Fenville
because. So, anyways, he got his phone out. He turned on the app himself. He got everything in. He got that going. So he ordered the ride, and he got it accepted, and we found me and all that stuff, and off we went. And I'm telling you, he was just. I mean, I think he had alcohol poisoning. It was way too much. I did the trick that you always say, Jason, about
freeze him out.
Freeze him out.
Yeah.
And he had the back, but he couldn't even hit the back. I mean,
was it that noise too?
Absolutely. And then he would like back and forth all the time, like swing back and forth because he was so cold and he couldn't do anything.
That's so gross.
So we get out there, and he 3 or 4 times he puked out the window, but there was mostly spit, so just a little bit, and so it wasn't really that bad. So
mostly
bad at all.
Spit.
Hey, we have to break these things down as rideshare drivers. I mean, was it chunky? Was it light?
Right.
I mean, what color was it? What were they drinking in the bar?
Was it cream?
I'm just happy it was
foamy spit. Or
I'm just happy it was an Uber and not Lyft, okay? Because I don't want to have to deal with have to give them that stupid receipt.
Oh yeah, that's the reason.
So, anyways, so I dropped him off, and this was actually the first time ever I've dropped somebody off who were drunk. Who I was thinking, you know what? I wonder if I should call 911 instead, because I was literally worried for him. But he took off. He seemed to know what he was doing, and obviously he didn't put in the right address. But he seemed like he was walking toward the right student housing over there. So I took off, and then I didn't. I did report because there was enough damage, if you will, that it was a cleanup, and so I took pictures outside.
What'd you end up getting?
$40.
Okay,
but that was fine. I mean,
that's fair.
Yeah, it was totally fair, and so that was that. So.
Cool. Peter, how about you?
I actually have a pretty good one. I was on Lyft earlier last week, and I headed over to the west side. I usually drive in the mornings, and so I get over there, and I get to the house, and I hit the button to arrive. And so on Lyft, you can kind of peek and see where they're going.
Yeah, I love that feature,
Yeah.
by the way, because you're like, oh, this is going to be awesome, or I'm pissed because it's only going a mile.
So I take a peek, and sure enough, it's going to one of the high schools, and I'm like, oh. So I wait like 4 or 5 minutes for the kid to come out, and he gets in, and I verified his name, verified where he was going, and I asked him if he was 18. He said, no, I don't know if he was 16 or something, 16 or 17. And I said, well, I can't bring you by yourself to school. If you got somebody that can come with you, then that's fine, but I can't bring just you. And he's like, well, I do this all the time. Every morning I go.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Right. And so he's, arguing with me for a couple minutes, and he's starting to get mad. And finally he's like, he cusses at me, throws the door open. He's like, you can shut your damn door yourself. Leaves the door open and goes inside. And as he's walking up to the house, his mom opens up the door and starts yelling at me. Asked me what's going on, and I got a little frustrated, so I pointed at the door, and I said, this is why minors can't ride by themselves.
Good one.
That didn't go over so well. And so the kid she starts yelling at me, who the F are you talking to like that? And then the kid starts, marching towards me like he's going to attack me.
Like you're going to change your mind and take him to school.
Right. So I had to quick shut the door and take off and report him to Lyft, or her anyways, it's under her account. So
yeah, if you had that experience where you reported him, but you ended up what was that guy? I don't know. We gotta talk about that guy.
Yeah,
I can't remember that guy's name, but I wonder if if you see that address again, you just better hit the gas.
Well, it's like I told the guy on the phone, because he's like, we'll make sure this never happens again.
Yeah, BS.
And I'm like, you literally said that last time, and I literally got the same guy again.
Oh, yes. I know exactly who you're talking about.
I know his name. I just didn't want to say it on.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah. So, that was my fun story from last week. So.
Well, we will touch on the minor thing in the rideshare in the news, so that was a good segue. So, last time...
Hey, what about Ben?
Wow. Did you even drive rideshare, bro? I'm sorry.
Yes, I drive.
Okay, what's your story?
My story is I went to Potterville.
Good. You want a cookie?
Yeah, actually. Well, no, I went to Potterville from the airport, and passenger that I drove out there, he was like, hey, maybe you'll get a ride back. So I said, maybe. So I was a little bit north of Vermontville, which, for those of you not from West Michigan, is in the middle of nowhere.
Well, even I am from West Michigan, and I don't know where it is.
I never heard of either one of those cities. So
I'm Potterville's by Charlotte.
Okay, don't know where that is either. Wow. Can we get a little bit bigger? Flint, Lansing?
Just a little bit west of Lansing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, I got a request to Potterville. And then a request in Vermontville. And I said, hey, maybe they're going to the airport. Well, no, they were going less than a mile to the Maple Syrup Festival in Vermontville.
You told me about this story,
it sounds kind of fun.
No, it doesn't.
I like maple syrup.
Did you get maple syrup while you were there?
I did not. Everything was shut down except for the bar. So I drove them less than a mile to the bar.
Well, and the story goes you drove 15 minutes to pick him up.
Yeah, I sure did. But they tipped the fare. I mean, the fare was $5 and they tipped $5.
So Samantha says that because I didn't know where any of those were. She goes, really, Jason? You flex. You should know. Truth be told, I've never gone east for a flex route. It's always been south or west. So, Samantha, I've never been out that way. But I heard somebody went and delivered one package to Flushing, where my wife grew up. It was 240 miles round trip for one package. So.
Wow. How could that even be value? I mean,
I don't know, but Amazon Flex a little weird. So, yep, never been east for Flex. So, last time, can I go now, Ben?
No.
Okay. Last time we were posting the links, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't click on the link," and so it was kind of annoying. And not you guys were annoying, but it was annoying for us. We didn't know that was happening. So all our links that I talk about in the next couple minutes are in the description. So I think we ran a test today, and Android and iOS could click on them. So just first up, we have a new YouTube channel. We only have 15 people that subscribe. That's okay. I know it takes time to build, and I know it's hard to kind of rebrand a little bit, but we're just doing that. Jesper wrote something, or Ben wrote it, but Jesper put in the newsletter kind of explaining why we're kind of transitioning to that a little bit.
And if you're not getting the newsletter yet, sign up for the newsletter.
Yeah, I don't have the...
Well, it's on the website, so go to grichatventures.com
Thank
and
you, Jesper.
sign up for the newsletter.
So anyways, we are doing a giveaway at 1K, so if y'all go in there and sign up and do all that kind of stuff, then...
and by that, he means once we reach 1,000 subscribers on the new channel.
Well, I think everyone knows what 1K means.
I don't know. I wanted to be specific here.
I mean, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently Lyft doesn't know because I still haven't got my jacket.
Anyways, the link is in the description. Also, we use an app called Telegram. The link is there. Kind of. I mean, how do you get a fast description of what Telegram is? I mean, it's a messaging app, but you can send voice messages.
A walkie-talkie.
Voice messaging app, yeah.
No, not walkie-talkie. I mean, kind of. Doesn't have the beep beep. So check it out. We have a group on there. That link is kind of just people from all over the country. We have some from, let's see, Kentucky, North Carolina, Chicago.
I got. Hey, Vaughn. So you sign up for the newsletter. You say Bob Kuznada. It comes out once a month. we don't send like every day yet. We get there.
Think of all the free content you get, Vaughn. I mean, come on.
Once a month. It'll go out this coming week, and so
yeah,
there you go.
So click on that, and you can sign up. You don't have to give your phone number or anything. It's just a link that goes right to that chat. So. The voice you heard in the beginning is AdamGrantVoice.com. I always want to give him a plug. He did our voice work for free, so he's awesome. He does good work. So not to say he'll do yours for free, but he did for me. So we have a Zazzle store or a merch store. It's the link's there. It's Zazzle.com/GRRideshare. And then we have one of the shirts is I'll tip you in the app, which is kind of fun. So if you wanted to buy that. We also have a patron account, which different levels, and I got to tweak those things. I keep saying that every week. I'm going to work on those, and then I have never do them. But each level of reward gets you a certain perks. So one of them is not safe for work clips from before and after the show. So that's kind of fun. And then last but not least is Octopus. We just released a video, and we haven't promoted it around yet, but did a little review on the Octopus tablet, and It's a great tablet. I wish it would come to GR. I wish it would make more than $100 a month, but I mean, money's money, right? And if your passengers are entertained and stuff like that. So, all righty. Where are we at here?
What about the patron account?
I just talked about it.
No.
Did anyone else hear me talk about that?
You talked about it.
Yeah, he said he said he needed to tweak the levels.
Yeah, I didn't need to adjust the perks a little bit. I kind of threw it up there when I...
Vaughn, you threw me off my game.
Yeah. So anyways, like we said earlier, just quick, and then we'll get into rideshare in the news. This podcast is sponsored by I almost said GR Rideshare Adventures. CarStar Impact of Cascade. Their telephone number is 616-954. Did Ben put the slide up?
Sure
9200. I love you. 616-954-9200. You can ask for Steve. Great company. They reached out to us and wanted us to stress stress that they prioritize rideshare drivers. So if you need it fixed, they have a bay open that day or that next day. So
they understand that if your car is sitting still, you're not making any money.
Correct. I know Ben's been there for body work. Do you want to give a little testimonial for that real quick?
Yeah, they did a phenomenal job. My insurance company wrote the estimate way low. Steve said, that's never going to fly. You need a lot more work done, and I refuse to use aftermarket parts. So I said, okay, well, do I need to call my insurance company? He's like, oh, no, I'll take care of it. You just sit back, relax, leave it to us. We'll handle it. So he did. He called the insurance adjuster, requested factory parts, not just aftermarket, and totally went to bat for me. I didn't even ask for that treatment. It was just offered. Steve's just a solid guy, really looks out for rideshare drivers because he's an entrepreneur himself, and he respects that in rideshare drivers. So phenomenal work, goes the extra mile to make sure the customer's happy. So check him out.
Yeah. Yep. 616-954-9200. So
ask for Steve.
All right, let's get into the news here. Where are we at? So these first couple of them are just articles. Hopefully all the team here has pre-read them.
Mostly.
I shared like half of them.
So we are not going to put these in. We are not going to put these in the show or in the comments because no one can click on them. What we're eventually going to do is we're going to create a spot on the website. So everything we talk about will be in the show notes on the podcast app you download, and then on the website too. So this first one is up about minors. I have to burp. I'm sorry. By Psych Central, and of course it's going to be slow because everyone and their mother's on the internet. But so just talking about parents worrying about teens using rideshare service. And it was interesting, this article, taking it from not a rideshare perspective, but like an actual, it's from psychcentral.com. So it's like, it really talks about, the safety on that. But it says 1 in 3 parents reported that their 18-year-old has used a ride-sharing service either alone or with another teen. 18, it really doesn't matter. It says 18 reported that their 18-year-old has used, so just one 18-year-old. That's all we're talking about here. But parents' biggest concern is involving driving safety and risk of sexual assault by a driver. Although there are rules prohibiting unaccompanied minors from getting a ride through such services, 1 in 8 parents, 13% reported their teen age 14 through 17 has used one.
I think that's off.
You think the stats are higher?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough when they're like 17 because I had a lady. Oh, that's another story. I just triggered one. I had a lady. I picked her up at York Creek, and she looked really young. Now it was raining. She had like a hoodie on or whatever. I'm like, how old are you? That's the first thing I said. Like the blind girl, like, why is your color gray? I was like, instead of just greeting her, I was like, how old are you? Because I was for sure it was a minor. She wasn't. She was 22. So it's tough to tell sometimes at 17, but at 14, I think you can tell.
Oh yeah, I've had several minors. I just said no.
Yeah,
unless you have somebody who can go with you, I'm not taking you. And most times they're fine, but with it. But obviously, there's
You're lucky,
enough. Right, but I think the real problem here is obviously there's enough drivers out there who just don't care.
Yeah,
and I think that's the frustration, right? Because it ruins it for the rest of us.
Yeah,
and it's like, this is a pretty easy job, right? And it should be pretty easy. There's a couple of things that you should just apply natural common sense to.
Right.
Yet people just don't care. It's the car seat thing. It's the age thing. There's a couple of things that just.
One of the interesting thing they said at the end of the article, and it kind of hit me, is like teens may feel awkward or inhibited to speak up if they notice the driver is not driving safely or something doesn't feel right. That's a good point. You know what I mean? Even adults have trouble with that.
Oh yeah, sure.
I've taken a couple rideshare as a passenger, and I've in Detroit, and 2 out of the 3 didn't have phone mounts. Now I didn't say anything at the time, but I did report it. So even me as a driver, I didn't say, "Hey, dude, I should have said, hey, you need a phone mount. What are you doing?" So
the same with my wife and daughter when they were driving in Chicago. I don't remember how many, but she said several of them didn't have car mounts. And the cars were dirty and just
Producer Ben, everyone.
Oh, my phone wasn't muted.
So, anyways,
I sent a message to Uber today because I had a minor this morning, and I asked them. I did it over Twitter, and they responded back and asked me to PM them, and then they sent me a message through the app, and I said, I want to know what you guys. I'll just read it.
Wow. What a thought.
I said, I would like to know what actually happens when I hit the unattended minor button when I have to cancel a pickup. I get them often, and I want to know what Uber is doing, if anything, to prevent this. Also, I want to know what Uber expects its drivers who are put into the situation to sit there for 3 to 4 minutes while getting screamed at or threatened to receive payment for driving to the location. I've had to cancel several runs because of this, and I don't feel comfortable waiting. I sent that 10 hours ago.
Any response?
No.
At all?
Nothing.
Crickets?
well, they're trying to find the right person to answer that question.
Legal department.
Tomorrow, your account will be canceled.
Yeah, right? Could be driving for Lyft.
Yes, we can.
Hey, now.
So just to let everyone know, YouTube took a dump, so I don't know what's going on there, but there was only 3 people on there anyways, but it just says an error occurred. I've been having so much trouble with YouTube with this new account. It's pissing me off, but all right. Next one is kind of another minor thing, a New Orleans rapper. Okay, before we talk about this.
Oh, man, I hope you're about to say what I'm about to say.
Probably. So before we talk about this, I have to take a poll. How many know what a bounce artist is?
Yes. What?
She's a bounce artist.
Is that like somebody who goes to trampoline parks and bounces?
I mean, I
It's
actually.
something far worse.
Do you know what it is? Okay, good.
I had to
'cause
look it
didn't-
up.
Okay, because I didn't look it up.
I looked it up and
So,
watched her video.
I have no idea.
Oh, it's got to be something with a rear end.
No.
Oh boy,
It's-
hold on. Don't spoil it. See if
Okay.
anyone else. Ah, dang, we're only like 15 seconds behind. Oh, Samantha doesn't know. Does anyone know? Oh, they're probably googling it anyways. Go ahead, Pete.
Oh, it's like it originated in New Orleans, and it's a style of rap, and it's terrible. It's like terrible. It reminds me of like hip hop and like dance hall somehow meshed together terribly.
I wish I would have looked it up. I would have probably grabbed a sample of it.
I watched a couple of that girl's videos that you're about to talk about, and terrible.
Game over. Reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look it up, but
And now you're intrigued, huh?
I am intrigued. I said if I would have looked it up sooner, I would probably pull the clip so we could hear what it was. But so this first article is just kind of breaks it down. She basically put the kid in the car. She went inside. The driver took the kid to the police station. So, but Ben had posted an article, the one below that. It was more of a what do they call that? An op-ed, or maybe this is it. I'm sorry, guys. Slowing down. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, why didn't I put the real link in there? That was dumb.
We don't know.
I know. We'll never know. So, I don't know who this is by. It's reason.com. So this guy just it was just interesting what he said. So his big thing was it was ludicrous for the police to arrest her for the abandonment. So they charged her with child desertion. You know what she did, right? So the Louisiana law defines child desertion as the intentional criminal negligent exposure of a child under the age of 10 to a hazard or danger against the child cannot be reasonably expected to protect himself, which that falls into that. I mean, 5-year-old's not going to protect themselves to a grown man as a driver. He says, clearly there was no danger in this case, this particular Lyft driver. How do you know? And while rideshare drivers do occasionally commit crimes against their passenger, that's an incredibly rare phenomenon, which it is. An exhaustive CNN review of assaults by rideshare drivers found only 103 such cases. The victims, more often than not, were intoxicated women traveling alone, not children. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that she should have been arrested? There was something else that I heard it on. Maybe I heard someone else discussing it on a podcast, but so she put him in there, and then she just went inside and didn't come out. So, like, what is he supposed to do at that point? I know I asked you a question. I'm going to ask you another one before you didn't answer the other one because I interrupted you. What would you do? Would you just call the police? Or would you go knock on the lady's door and say, like, yo, I'm...
But why did the driver let her put the baby in the car in the first place?
You probably thought she was going to...
Well, yeah, it's kind of that awkward in-between moment, right? Because, like, the mom opens the door, the kid climbs in, and then she leans in and says, hey, I'm not feeling well, because that's what she had said, and shuts the door and walks in. What are you supposed to do at that point?
Say, kid, get out of my car, go back into he's 5.
Yeah, but would you do that? Hello? That's not... I never even thought about that.
Kid, get out of my car, go back into mom. I mean, I'm sorry, but...
No, I mean...
right there, why take off?
But don't you feel like that kid is your responsibility after...
No.
No?
I don't think I would tell him to get out of the car. I'd probably call the police.
I mean, I don't want to be mean or anything like that, but she's right there.
No. She's in the house. She went in the house and shut the door.
The driver told her.
Turn the car off, take him by the hand.
No. You don't put your hands on customers.
Well, then you take him out of the car.
We would not touch that kid. I would call the police. What? Why would you take someone else's kid in?
You're in her driveway. You're right next to her house.
Yeah. You would just tell him to go inside?
Open the door. Well, turn the car off if you want to. Go out, open the door, ask him to go into his mom.
But what if he doesn't?
What if the door's locked?
Well, okay, so you can see him at all times. Go and open up the door to her.
Okay.
And say, hey, go get your kid.
So you'd open up her door?
No, I mean, ring the doorbell or whatever.
Okay.
I mean, go get a hold of her.
But
I wouldn't walk up to the door.
But you're jumping. You're missing the hypothetical. What if you can't do any of that?
But why can't I?
Well, what if it does?
I mean, obviously, if I can't do any of that, then call the cops. Yes.
Okay.
But you can. You're right there. Why take off? That's what I don't get. Why did he take off?
Hey guys, I gotta break in with some upsetting news.
What?
XSplit took a dump.
Just restart it.
I have to restart the whole stream.
Well, yeah, just restart it.
So, okay.
So, is it...
They can hear us, but the camera just dumped.
I say it says we're still alive.
Oh, shoot.
So we're still rolling, but we don't have a camera.
Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and restart, I think. I don't know.
I don't want to reset the live stream. Can you remove the camera and try to add it? Everything's locked up?
Everything's frozen. XSplit totally took a dump.
Well, I guess we need to maybe Periscope is just too much for it. I don't know. Maybe
there goes the.
Hello, can you guys still hear us?
I'm still getting comments in the Facebook.
Sam's like, we can reload.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
Do we want?
I mean, they can hear us, but that's it.
Vaughn goes, it's like a podcast.
Yeah, it is like a podcast. Best line of the night. I mean, what do we want to do? Do we want to?
I guess let's just keep rolling until
it's not going to come back up. It's frozen. So
no, but until the sound dies. If the sound dies, at least I mean, that's true. Okay, guys, camera died. I don't know. I don't care.
What do you think, Ben?
I'm just the producer.
Oh, come on, you guys.
I would vote to restart the live stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a pain. But everybody's going to be on just go to our Facebook page.
Well, the problem is even replay is a pain because now it's broken up in 2 different videos. So
that's true.
Well,
if
we can splice them together.
We're not going to have the videos playing.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
we're rebooting. All right, guys, we're gonna reboot.
Samantha likes seeing your pretty face.
Oh yeah. See, well, your pretty face is plural, so that's all of us.
I know.
Okay, we're
Mostly
gonna.
Me.
We'll be back.
All right, we're gonna restart.
Could stay down. Okay.
It's because it's gonna stop Audacity too. So
I'm gonna see if I can I just closed the XSplit process. Let's see.
You're just gonna try to restart XSplit.
I guess.
Just do Facebook.
The camera just suddenly took a dump, and
you hear the fans on. Like I feel like
it's cooking.
I think we need to upgrade.
What kind of processor you guys use?
It's an i5.
I don't know Intel. I use AMD for my gaming rig.
It should be plenty fast.
Quad core?
Huh?
Quad core?
At least. It should be plenty fast.
Is that the new one you put in there?
No, that's
The original?
No. The processor is one thing. The new one I put in there it's a graphic adapter.
Yeah, that was the issue. I think it's in here.
The graphic, it should be plenty fast.
How much memory?
16.
I don't think this has ever happened.
I know.
I mean, we've had little issues like that, but
Yeah, are we gonna get a new live stream then? Or are we?
yeah,
hoping
we're gonna
this-
have to do a new one. Problem is, what's going on? What's the status here?
Sorry, I was waiting for it to load. XSplit did not shut. Load the current presentation. Okay.
If it didn't shut, we want it to shut. We want to reboot.
It didn't shut down correctly, is what it's saying.
Well, okay.
Oh, wow, it's just me. We'll change that back to the right camera.
Well, Ben's getting a workout here.
All right. Mute audio on camera. Audio input, none.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And start the broadcast again.
Hopefully, you don't have to copy the stream.
Oh, wait, we're not doing YouTube.
No, screw YouTube right now.
Yeah.
The
Be
problem is,
nice.
like, all those links are going to be gone. Although I can add those later.
So, I think it's back on to the same live stream. There you
No,
go.
it's not.
It is. I have it right here.
It's the same key.
Yeah,
So,
but it's not the. Oh, is it the same key? Would it be the?
it's
Oh, it is the same key. So it does have all our stuff on there.
Yeah, it's still working. I just wave my hand and it works. So.
Wave your hand. Holy crap, we're back, but we only have 3 people.
Guess who's back?
Everybody come back! Everybody come back!
I'm just going to go
Oh,
with that. I mean,
4 is back. I think we're back. Okay, guys, we're back.
Is Audacity still running before we?
yeah, it's been running.
Okay. Well, that was a disaster. Holy cow. See, this is why you have to sign up for the patron account so we can get some extra money and get a better computer. It's not a bad computer. Don't you get so offended by that
I'm
because
not
you
offended.
built it.
You just no, I didn't. I just bought it.
Well, I mean, you searched for it, so that's interesting. That's good to know that it's the same stream. No one's commenting though.
No, they're just coming back, so relax.
If you tell me to relax one more time, I will take this monster and I'm going to match the color of your computer, you butthole.
Hey, now this is
All right.
okay.
Where were we? Talking about that rapper. But anyways,
It was such a good conversation.
It was.
And I hated to interrupt.
I know.
No,
it
it's
was a
fine.
great conversation. So basically, back to what we were saying, you would do more things than call the police right away.
I wouldn't take off. That's the big thing.
No, I think we all agree on that, right? We wouldn't
yeah.
take off.
But he did, right? I mean, that's
Yeah, he went to the police
He went to
station.
the police station. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, he essentially put himself in a situation where he was alone with a child.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. And who knows if he had a dash cam or not. So
I mean,
I would not have done that. I would have called the police. I would never even called Uber because they're useless. I would have called the police right away and said, hey, I got this kid. The mom went inside. Although he probably would ask, did you knock on the door? But then the thing, how do you, like,
I mean,
I know,
not
see,
to be
it's-
stereotypical, but this rapper is bringing a kid out to the car, arguing with you, and then walks away when you say you can't bring the kid.
Well-
I'm not going to the door.
oh,
I don't want to go to the door when I pick up a minor who, leaves my door open. I don't want to go to the door with somebody who just left their kid in my car. I'll call the cops and let them handle it.
I think what I would do is I would try to text the mom, call the mom. If I get no response, then I wait the 5 minutes, kick the kid out, and hit the gas. I don't know. I mean,
but then it's the same story though. How do you get? You just told me you won't touch the kid. How are you going to get the kid?
that
out?
was a joke. You call the cops.
So now you're calling the cops
Because I don't feel comfortable. I understand what you're saying. Open the door and say, hey, dude, you're going to have to go inside, talk to your mom. Like, this can't happen. But I feel like if he was 10, I'd be more comfortable with that.
Right.
But 5, like, you remember when your kids were 5? Would you know what I mean? Like, could
I do remember that, and that brings back the whole part. The whole in the first place. Why is the mom creating this situation in the first place?
Well, that's not up for discussion. She's a piece of crap, regardless.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's definitely not the discussion. But yeah,
Vaughn wants to call Sam.
I don't know who Sam is.
It's the
attorney.
The
guy.
attorney.
Oh my gosh!
1-800 call Sam.
No sound.
No, it's a
She
joke.
was. It's fine.
We only have-
Samantha, Jeez. You're killing me.
That's what I said.
I've already had my heart skip a beat tonight. All right. Well, that
Okay.
mom's an idiot.
moving on.
Moving on.
No, we all know that we would not do it because we are all excellent parents.
Yeah. Right.
The best.
It's just frustrating. I hope that never happens to me because I don't want to make that decision of what I should do. So
Yeah. Just the story comes to my mind. It was in the middle of the night, probably, I don't know, 2 years ago, year and a half ago. And I was on the South Division, which I don't like going there after midnight, but it was after midnight. And a lady wanted me to put 6 14-year-old girls
seems legit.
and them in my car. No, 7 14-year-old girls and them in my car. 9 people in my van, right? And
That's legit.
she got mad when I said no. It's like, I don't have that many seatbelts. Oh, they don't need that seatbelt. They're 14. Like, what?
You're not getting the point. What an idiot.
It's like, what? No. And then she refused to cancel, so I could get my cancellation. No, I'm not doing that.
That so annoys me. Like, you just go around the corner and just wait there, like, for the 5 minutes so you can do your thing. Oh,
It was
that's annoying.
just annoying.
All right. So next up, we have a video. Hopefully everything goes well. I'm a little nervous, but this is kind of a funny thing. We always talk about terrible news, but this one's it's kind of funny. It's okay. You may get 1 or 2 chuckles. I'm kind of a comedian snob, so you got to do a lot to make me laugh. But so Ben's gonna play that.
No camera?
Isn't
Okay.
the guy explains? Sorry, they should have.
Yeah, guy explains his Uber rating.
Okay, they weren't in order.
I apologize. I must have got bumped. Yeah, I forgot about
Bump,
that.
bump, bump.
Oh shoot! Gotta unmute. I know people.
You can.
Get my ranking back up, and I don't know what to do. Like, should I bring like tiny bottles of water with me and offer them to the driver as soon as I sit down? Hey, it's a charging port for your phone if you'd like to charge. Would you like mints? I have little mints. If you guys use Lyft, Lyft has this new feature called Zen Mode.
No, they don't.
Do you guys know Zen Mode? Okay.
They were testing
So Zen Mode is this feature in Lyft where you push a button and it alerts your driver that you don't want to talk to them. That's the most millennial feature I've ever heard. That you would send a message from your phone to another phone to a person who's in the same vehicle as you to tell them you don't want to speak aloud. I don't want to talk. Boom. Awesome. Now I don't have to talk. But honestly, like, this is how I know that I'm a millennial. I'm like right at the cutoff by age, but I know I'm a millennial because I heard about that. I was like, that's a really good idea. Because Uber doesn't have anything. Uber is like the opposite. It rewards good conversation, right? When you get a thing and it's like, Steven is coming to people. Steven is known for great conversation. I'm like, no! Like, cancel. Yes, I'll take the $5 fee. I don't want great I just want Steven is known for following the directions and turning on the air conditioning when it's reasonably hot outside. If it's above 84, I think it should be cold in the car. Anyway, you know how Uber is. Hey, Internet, thanks for watching. In the comments, please let me know what's your Uber rating. And if it's higher than mine, what's your...
Ear rape.
Wow.
Okay. We're still getting used to this new board, guys.
Nope. Ben did a good job. It happens.
Absolutely.
Steve on Facebook said, did I really say a parent attempted to send their 5-year-old on an Uber ride? Yes.
Yep.
Yes, they did. And
She was obviously an awesome mother. Mother of the year.
yes.
Darwin Award.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Larry's back. Oof. That was touch and go there. No, that was funny. That guy. The audio was pretty crappy. It looked like a cell phone camera in there, but I do like when that one guy that we had last podcast, that black guy, that was hilarious. I can't remember the exact rant on that, but
I think this comedian is the same guy who dresses out as funny things for Halloween. Like last time, he dressed out as the one-legged lamp from that.
Oh, from the Christmas Story.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's like my favorite.
It's just he always does fun things. And one time he dressed out as a flamingo. He like went upside down, and his leg was the head of the flamingo.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
He's really good.
Yeah, I like people that kind of like, you know what? I don't have one leg. I'm just gonna roll with it. You
Right.
know what I mean? Just like,
Or hop with it.
oh my gosh, I didn't even try to do that roll joke.
Hey-o. So
All right, I'm loading the next article. This is interesting.
I got to point one thing out here. Casey, welcome to the podcast. He says his rating is 6.0. That is awesome, Casey. You have to share with us how you're doing
What's
that.
your secret?
Yeah. What's your secret?
Must be mints or little waters, like that guy
I
said.
think he's handing out little gold bars.
He's got those CBD mints.
No, the THC mints. Forget the CBD.
Woohoo!
That's so funny. So the next up is it's an article about the food delivery, how meal delivery apps are killing your favorite restaurants. And so the first part of the picture is about a restaurant closing, and it says ordering online does more damage in a business than it helps. This is from the customer, or this is from the business owner. I don't know where this is at, but ordering online does more damage to a business than it helps. Any profit from the sale stripped away by the fees they charge a restaurant, which leaves only enough to cover the cost of the food. So one of the I highlighted some of these articles. One of the restaurant owners said we had to stop one of the drivers from taking the to-go food into the bathroom with him. So that's just common sense. I mean, seriously.
At least he didn't drink the milkshake.
Yeah. Well, like even
Maybe he wanted to.
well, even in a hot bag, I still wouldn't take it in the bag.
Of course not.
It's just the thought of it is disgusting.
No.
Now, in the bag, would it be okay? Probably, but it's still like I don't want to see people see me carrying the food bag in there. So, one of the things they focused on in this article is delivery apps steal people's tips, literally. So, I've worked, well, I disagree, actually, unless I'm out of the loop, but I have served tables before. And it says, what I highlight is the quote, "There's no way for the receiver of the food to tip the restaurant workers," says Bethany, a server at a popular chain of San Francisco restaurants. She gets screwed out of tips every single shift, and same goes for the back of house. So, first of all, the server, what is she doing? She's not waiting on the table. She may be packaging it, but that normally wouldn't be a server that would be doing that. That would be like front of house.
Right.
I'm thinking of on the border. I've picked up. There's somebody back there. That's what they do.
Yeah.
When did the back of house ever get tipped out? Like
I mean, there's a few places downtown that do it, but
maybe like I didn't know that. Like the cook, they get paid a fair wage, so they don't get tipped out.
Most places don't.
So I'm wondering why she's like, shouldn't the driver get the tip? He's the one that's picking up and using his car. That's what the tip's for.
Right. But so I actually picked up a waiter, from Applebee's.
Server
from Applebee's.
What are you, from the 50s? Oh, you almost dropped an F-bomb. He almost dropped one.
I'm lucky.
Whoa.
Didn't cost me $5.
That would have been epic.
So
I have to make this explicit.
Yeah, I know.
So anyways, I picked up a server from Applebee's, And he said he had a really bad night because he had a giant party of like 12 people, and they didn't leave a tip.
Oh,
wow. But the problem was, and here's the real problem, he's supposed to pay 12% or whatever of all his earnings, not 12%, but some amount of all
to tip out the back.
Yeah. No matter whether they tip or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he actually lost money that night.
So it's basically so if you make $100, it's 10% of that. So $10 would go to the back of house. Well, normally what I'm saying the back of house is not the cooks. It's your runners, your bartenders, those kind of things. But yeah, that does suck. No, I agree.
I don't know what he did say back of the house. I don't know if that includes the chefs or whatever, or the line chefs. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. And like I said, so it's just interesting. I guess I feel like that the server is a little pretentious. Like, I didn't get a tip. I'm like, well, what the hell did you do? Unless, you know what I mean? Like, you're not getting drinks and doing all that. The cooks are making the food. You're putting it in a bag and handing it to me. So,
well, and I think it speaks to the fact that there's two things that makes you experience when you go out to eat, right? And my wife and I have that discussion all the time. It's the quality of the food, but it's also the quality of the service.
Right.
And that's the thing. And people don't realize that a bad server has the power to completely ruin your night.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't want to be there, he or she doesn't want to be there, then don't. Go do something else. We are in a free country. There's lots of jobs. This is an economy right now. You can walk out into another job if you want to.
Well, let's try to stay on topic, though. We're more talking about the food delivery. Not, sure. I don't want to get off that a little bit, but so
I digress.
I can tell you from semi-personal experience, I used to be in the pizza business for years and years, and the company I worked for was approached by Uber Eats.
Okay.
And the chunk that they wanted was...
It's like 30%, right? Yeah. Uber Eats is the worst.
Of the food cost.
Yeah. So they lose... Yeah.
Yep.
What I was going to bring up, there's another part of it says, if you call Supreme Pizza, who have their own delivery drivers, you're directly putting your money into that business.
Right.
The guy brings the cash back, and generally speaking, they tip that amongst all of them. Your food is going to get there faster. They're talking about how it takes a long time for the food to get there sometimes. But here's the thing. The Jets Pizza over here on 28th Street, they have their own delivery drivers, and they also use Grubhub and Uber Eats. They're looking at it like, okay, so this pizza that goes out with my driver, yeah, I'm making the most out of this one. But you also have to pay the driver. You got insurance and all that stuff. But the Uber Eats, yeah, they're taking 30%. But I got another pizza out the door or that I wouldn't have because I only have 2 delivery drivers.
Right.
So, I mean, do you think that's kind of I think 30% is a lot, but I still think it's a good service for a company that may say, I want to get more pizzas out. My cooks can cook more pizzas. I'm going to use Grubhub. I'm going to use Uber Eats. So I think it's better for the business owner because he doesn't have to pay insurance on those guys. Like zero responsibility.
Well, true. But what happens if that driver does a shitty job delivering?
That's true.
And it's tying back, bad to your product.
Right.
And I've heard, and I don't know for sure if this is true or not, but
it's true.
Okay, good. I've heard in many
Jesper heard it.
Many a case that same pizza costs more on the Uber platform than if you just buy it in the restaurant.
It does. Uber Eats,
I don't think it does.
It is.
It does. Do all of them do that?
It's they charge menu price.
Well,
yeah, menu price.
But most of the time when you order pizza, you have a coupon.
Oh, yeah.
Deal.
So they don't charge more.
Saying,
it's
right?
the fee.
Well, anything. I heard, they had one price on the Uber app and another in store.
Right.
Oh, so
I don't know about that.
I mean, that's what Ben's saying that they're doing. I thought they were regular. I know like Instacart and Shipt, they all bump their prices up, but I didn't think.
I wonder if they're doing it to help cover the cost of the food cost.
Well, that's what the fee is. I mean, a lot of when Grubhub first came here, I would go look at Applebee's or Fridays. It would be a $10 fee, but the Mexican restaurant was $2. So, I mean, I think that whatever they raise the fee is, I think they're trying to recover their cost from that. But I don't know. I mean, bottom line, here's a tip. If you do deliver food, please use a hot bag. I was in...
and don't go in the bathroom.
Don't go in the bathroom.
And don't eat the food.
Yeah, well, but why do I have to give that as a tip? That's just common sense.
Don't I have to try it? Isn't that part of my quality service?
Yes, because you're checking it for poison.
What?
You don't want it?
You can drink it, yeah. You need an invite? You want me to send you an email?
Sure.
An Evite.
Bottom line, I was in Firehouse Subs, and I had someone. There was 3 drivers there. 2 of us had hot bags, 1 didn't. She just grabbed the food and walked out. I'm like, are you serious? You don't care about your job that much? You can't buy a $6 hot bag from Walmart or something like that. So I will rate people down. I've had some people come to my door from whatever that's the thing. They all use different restaurants. So if like one night I want wing doozy, it's Uber. Or one night I want this, it's something else. But I've rated them down if they brought my food without a hot bag. So that's bull crap.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. I get caught up on the message. I don't know. It says apparently it isn't Jason. Sam says. I don't know. Okay. So next up is another funny video. Oh no, I lied. It's not. This is not funny at all. Uber unveils new safety measures, and I don't know if people know this, and I'm sure everyone that's kind of a regular driver has experienced people checking the plate more, be more diligent. So we're going to play this video, and you can kind of see what Uber is doing for that. Take your time, Ben.
We'll stop talking.
Also, do you
imperative to making sure that we are being safe. But I do think one of the important North Stars for our company, it's a cultural norm, is to do the right thing, period.
The message is simple. Check your ride. Always. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News, San Francisco.
I think there's a business imperative to making sure that we are being safe. But I do think one of the important North Stars for our company, it's a cultural norm, is to do the right thing, period.
The message is simple. Check your ride. Always. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News, San Francisco.
We back?
Yep.
Back in How we doing, Ben?
We're still learning it.
So, are we back live? What's going on?
We're back live.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what happened to get that vibrating? Why was that so bad? Was it muted on that?
Yeah. It just, it was something.
I guess we need another training session. It's a new board. We're working through it. So
Pete broke it.
Pete, he didn't break it. He's just here for the Samantha's like, what the hell? That is ear piercing sound. So we have to, at all costs, try to avoid doing that.
Right. Number nine. Okay. So, anyways,
so yeah, the new safety feature.
So I actually had 2 people last weekend. Check my license plate.
Yeah, I've noticed it quite a bit more. Pete,
Yeah. Same thing.
Same
a lot
thing.
more.
And up until then, I've been driven for 3 years.
driven?
Driving, well, whatever.
Driving?
Oh my gosh, I can't talk enough. I have yeah.
The noise rattled your butt.
I am done.
Just blame me.
Okay,
It's my
so
fault.
3 years. Jeg har kørt Uber i 3 år. Anyways,
Did you just say German?
no Danish.
Oh, I heard hail somebody.
No, I didn't say.
I mean, I'm just saying that's what I heard.
Whatever. And only one person in those 3 years have ever checked my tag.
Really?
Yes.
That seems bizarre. Or are you just
really
not paying
low.
attention?
No, I mean.
Jesper, I drive by you several times a night. You don't even notice.
That is so not true.
Oh, it absolutely is. I've had to honk my horn to get your attention sometimes.
You're the white car, right?
Yes, thank you.
That's funny. So yeah, I think it's a good thing. Jesper, before the podcast started, had mentioned there was a new feature that I had posted maybe the last podcast where it sent a message to the driver, are you with Vaughn or
Right.
or I don't know why I say Vaughn.
Please check so-and-so is in your car or whatever. Yep.
Yeah.
And I haven't had that yet.
No, I haven't had that either. So
I've had it once.
what? They sent you a text?
Yep.
I wonder why.
No, it was like in the app.
Yeah. It was in the
like it was probably 6 months ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like they test features sometimes and then they don't. So God, I seem quiet on my microphone, but
So, Vaughn wants
Hey,
to know
Jesper.
if it's good Tulip Fest money.
What's up, Jesper?
Shut up. Sorry, Vaughn.
So
I don't think there would be.
no, it's gonna be a
Tulip
disaster.
time, stay away. It's such a traffic nightmare as it is. I don't think people are going to be ride sharing from that.
No, I
I
don't
went out
think
there
so.
last year, and it was. I think I took 2 rides and then came back to Grand Rapids.
Well, the problem is it's very kid friendly or kid focused, so a lot of people are going to be driving themselves.
All right, guys, watch your mouth because my mom's watching.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. Sorry, Mrs. Craker.
What? How long have you known me? Craker?
I'm going to let this.
Cracker.
It's a crock of shit. That's what it is.
Watch your mouth.
Oh, I'm sure his mom hasn't heard the S word.
Cracker.
So one of the things I highlighted on our rundown is, and this has been, I think there was 95 comments about talking about asking it says, and so this was sent out to the passengers. It says, in addition to these steps, you can also ask the driver to confirm your name. Your driver sees your name in the app, and your driver's name is displayed in your app. To safely exchange names, you can ask, who are you here to pick up? The driver may also ask you to confirm their name, who's your driver, for their own peace of mind. So,
Unless you're the girl from the group that.
right. Oh, yeah. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Oh, there's only... Oh, yeah. That Tracy Carnes. Yeah, there
Yeah.
was I mean, I didn't get involved. I didn't even read the comments, but, I mean, Jesper has always taken the philosophy... asking or telling their name, hey, are you so and so? And they say yes, and then you confirm the address when you get in. So, I mean, what's going on here?
He kicked the camera.
He kicked the camera.
Kick the camera.
It bounced up and down.
This camera?
Yeah.
How? It's not even touching the table. How did you even
My
do?
feet.
Oh, you freaking.
Anyway, so
Bear.
yes, I have always asked, are you so-and-so? And that has worked well for me. And we've been through that discussion before, whether
Yeah.
or not you should do it or not. But, I mean, their rules is, don't ask, who are you here to,
Yeah, but the problem is like Uber's encouraging them, to not give their name up. I mean, that's basically what I said, right? Who are you to safely exchange the name? You can ask the passenger to ask, who are you here to pick up?
Right.
The passenger asks, who are you here to pick up? I would never say the name. I'd be like, well, what's your name? Like,
It's a standoff.
well, that's kind of what.
Well, that's why you verify the address where they're going. If you give them their name, if you give them your name, just
but
say
the problem
where
is
you're
he
going.
gets them inside. Now,
Yeah,
the chances are slim to none that they're going to steal the ride, but he gets them in their car. All of a sudden, they verify the address. It's the wrong address. Now you got to get them out of the car. I want to eliminate that before they even get in the car, personally. But I like your approach. I mean, although your name is on your little light up thing. So
I do have my little light up thing.
out of 10 rides, how many people actually call you Jesper instead of Jesper?
Most of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm actually shocked with that. Interesting.
So,
They have a
Out of
really
10
hard time with my name.
They have a hard time with Ben?
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
Out of 10 rides, I probably get called Shireen.
Oh, God.
8 of them.
The old Shireen. You need to change that plate, man. I'm
It's
telling
amazing.
you. Oh, Brian brings up a good point. Do you think that's an issue that riders can have nicknames? Yeah. I hate that. I actually sometimes I will cancel on those if I'm in the grumpy mood. I'm just like, if you're, whatever, some silly ones.
I think the worst I've ever had was Double D.
I almost snotted out my nose.
And it was a guy.
Not right.
Vaughn says we have no sound, but Sam says we do. So I don't know.
I'm going with Sam.
Okay.
Okay, let us know if we have sound,
Hey,
guys.
Vaughn, clean out your ears.
Brian,
Brian-
I think Brian has sound.
Yeah.
Samantha says too.
Yeah. So no, I do hate I think, how hard is it to require somebody to have a profile picture in their name?
I was gonna say that's the biggest concern to me. Not nicknames, is nobody has pictures.
Yeah, I actually feel more comfortable when I see the picture because I'm like, oh, okay, I see who this is. So we're cool. You know what I mean?
My favorite ones are like the glamour shots on the profile.
I tell you what, some of the chicks ones are like dating app, like, oh yeah, and then they get in, you're like, are you the same person? Like, this is bullshit. Like, I only picked you up because you look pretty, but oh jeez. Oh, Elsie's back. She hasn't been on in a while. Casey said he slides by the non-names.
Wow.
I mean, I don't slide by all of them, but if I'm in any kind of mood, I'm just like, you know what? I ain't doing it.
I don't think I've ever canceled anybody because of a name.
Really?
Never.
I mean,
I don't care. It's just, I drive for the fun of it, and they all have a cool story. That's the thing. I love that.
yeah. Yeah. No, I totally get it. Sorry, I had a brain fart with Ben, but he had a story, but he wasn't going to bring it up on this podcast. I'm getting my podcasts mixed up. So
now I'm really intrigued.
That one story about the foster or the adopted or whatever, didn't you pick somebody up and took an airport?
I did.
Yeah. It's more for a Threads. Threadspodcast.com. Threadspodcast.com. If you want a more, I don't know, how do you describe it compared to this one?
Deeper, meaningful.
Well, no. No, don't just say the meaningful. We talk about feelings, guys. Yes. We break down feelings.
Yes. Now, if your car is broken, go see CarStar Impactor Cascade.
What does that have to do?
I don't know. You got to say Thread Impact.
Oh, okay. So... Holy crap, we have a lot more to get to. So Ben, the next one is
Block Boy.
The next one is the same setup. There's audio. It's just audio, but you're going to have to do the muting and all that other stuff. So
it's just going to have to be on you guys for a quick second. And, yeah.
What?
I'm going to have to leave the camera on you while I do all these extra little steps here.
Okay.
And then I can switch.
All right. Whatever you need to work through your processes.
Whatever you need.
Well, see, the problem is when I click the video, it automatically starts playing. And you're going to hear the echo.
You shouldn't.
You're gonna, though.
Okay, everybody. It's going to get shitty loud in about 2 seconds. We're going to try to work through something.
I'm going to try my best.
Yeah, but let's just see.
So if I turn on the volume here, I wish my sound engineer was, up. Like, there's too many clicks. I can't click through everything fast
Sounds like
enough.
a personal problem.
All right, it's going to be a little messy, but I'll do my best. Every food delivery? Is that
No.
Oh, the luggage?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Vet.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Luke, and the company paid to have the suitcase FedEx to her home, and they also waived $15 lost and found fee.
The audio just finished up. You didn't reset everything.
From a seemingly ordinary pickup here at the rideshare location of Lindbergh Field
to
to 5
days
of stressful
so
back
whatever
and
you
forth
did.
negotiations with her driver, a San Diego woman says she'll be sure
So
from
Sunday,
now on never to leave
you're going to come
any
an
of her
hour early,
personal
and we're going to
items
work through some
behind
stuff on
again.
that board.
Most trips start like
Together.
this. The door closes,
Brian says
the
great
engine
changeover.
starts. The rideshare driver takes you home. But
that
for
sarcasm?
Beth Ann Berry,
And I felt like
Samantha
my
did.
suitcase was being held for ransom.
a tired mistake leaving her suitcase in the trunk led to an eventual police report. Berry followed Lyft's policies. She contacted the driver. He never answered, so she contacted Lyft, who
There is
reached
no
the
video.
driver for her.
No, there
And
isn't. It's
when
just
I
audio.
answered the
I know,
phone,
Brian
knew
says he
exactly
can't
who
see
it
the
was,
video.
and he said, "Yes, I have your suitcase.
So with
How are
Telegram,
you
now that
gonna
you're on Telegram,
compensate
have you tried
me
to
bring
switch
it
all your
back?"
friends over?
It
and
was a
everything?
direct
Yeah.
violation
Like,
of Lyft's
your wife
policy.
too, is she
Says
on it?
passengers
She's not on it
receive
yet.
She won't do
a
it?
fee of
No.
$15 for the return of lost items.
I like it, though, because it's got a PC version, too. So.
Yeah, I'm on the web version right now.
And they
Yeah.
give us
Well, actually,
confidence
it's an
in a
app too.
Yeah.
Yeah. For some
Clearly,
reason,
most
on the
drivers
app,
would do the right thing, but
I don't
this
know. I
driver
wasn't getting the
wanted more.
notifications
Well,
on the
there's
computer, so I
important
just
things that
brought
I
the web
needed.
version.
Have you tried
and to go, Saturday,
Telegram
Sunday,
X?
Monday.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Tuesday
using,
night
but it did.
without my items.
I don't notice any difference.
Was very stressful.
It's strong
Fortunately,
on
her
the-
suitcase
better
showed
on
up
this.
late Wednesday, but only after
can you do-
contacting police
can you do X
and
on
many
the
hours
desktop?
of phone
Oh, I
calls
didn't know
and
that.
Runs
worry.
better.
We checked, and Uber has very similar lost and found policies to Lyft. Both companies say since the drivers are independent contractors, they can't be held responsible for lost items or how long it takes for the item to be returned. Reporting from Lindbergh Field, Stephen Luke, NBC 7.
And to Lyft's credit, she says the company paid to have the suitcase FedEx to her home, and they also waived the $15 lost and found fee.
All right. We are dead. We have no mics. I don't know, whatever you muted, we are all dead. There we go. Nope. There we go. Wrong mute button, Ben.
We are back. We're
back.
We'll get to it.
We'll get it. We'll get it.
So,
in Ben's defense, it's a completely new board, so.
Happy birthday, Yvette.
Yep. Happy birthday, Yvette.
So
she had some drinks.
One thing that we have to understand is, and people get super pissed about this when I say this, is that we're independent contractors. We talked about the abortion issue or that drive, not abortion issue. We're not getting on that, but that drive, he had every right to do it. Dick moved, but he had every right to not take him or take her. But the same with the luggage. Uber's not responsible for the property that's left behind. So technically, my question to you guys is, if a driver doesn't return property, is that considered theft?
5 days?
Well, it doesn't matter. Let's take this story out of...
I would consider it theft.
Would you?
Well, yeah, it's not my stuff.
But I mean, it's his word against... It's word against word. How many times... I mean, the last 2 times I've got to report an item fee, it's not been in my car. So now it's like, oh, this driver says, I swear.
You still get the car? You still get the fee?
No. I get a message from support. Yeah. Hey, Brian left his wallet in the car.
Sure.
I go look for it, can't find it. If that situation happens, the driver says, I can't find it. The passenger says, I left it in your car. Then where are we at? Right. I mean, but my point is, if I did have it, how can they, if I just said I...
But it becomes an ethical issue, right?
Well, yes. I mean, I'm taking ethics out of that part of it,
right?
In general, I'm just saying. Do you think criminally they could be charged with theft?
Well, I don't know. I mean, then it's up to her to prove it, right?
Right. So how? Yeah.
So how do you prove it? And how do you even prove that in court? That's correct. I don't know. I mean, I would still say it's theft because I don't think you can take the ethical issue out of it, but I understand that if you do,
I'm just hypothetically.
Yeah. How do you prove that? I don't know. I had one last weekend too. They called and say, I forgot my keys in your car. No, they weren't there. So, I just called them back and said, I don't have them. So
I don't prove of what that guy did. You can't hold the shit for ransom.
No,
I mean that's
that's a dick move.
That is a dick move.
Now let's talk about Uber's ability to connect the rider with the driver without submitting a forgot item case. What's up with that?
Oh, so that's happened to me too.
Every time I've had somebody contact me, there hasn't been a started forgotten item case.
Right, but they don't have your phone number.
No, but they go through the app to contact me.
Right, but it's still a masked number.
No, I understand. I'm not worried about that.
Oh, okay. What are you worried about?
Why doesn't it start the app?
Because they don't want to pay the fee. Uber doesn't want to charge the customer, and the customer doesn't want to pay it.
No, but that's what happened though. In more than one, and I have a case right now. I cannot give them back the phone because the message that they left with me, I could not hear I couldn't hear the phone number. I have no way of getting a hold of the lady.
Well, then you reach out to support. Then
I can't because I don't even. I could reach out to support and say I have a phone, and all they're gonna say is drop it off at the hub.
Oh,
because I can't match it up. You're
just saying you can't message them back.
I can't match it up with the ride. I don't know who forgot it.
Is anyone following this? I'm not following what's going on.
I have a phone dropped in my car.
Right.
Last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I drove 25 rides that weekend.
Okay.
I have no idea who of those 25 rides forgot in my car.
Right, but if the person reaches out to you, then you text them back and say...
No, because I couldn't hear...
You still couldn't text it back or call it back?
No, because the lady left her phone number with me.
Okay.
Right? But I couldn't hear what she said.
I know, Jesper, but the number came from somewhere, right?
An Uber number.
Okay, but it's Mass, so why didn't you message that one back or call it? It should be go back to her, right?
I think the numbers are generic.
Yeah,
they are generic, but it's a communication line between you and.
I never tried that. So
okay.
I don't
So
know.
that's what I'm trying to say. You're like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, well, why don't you just call the number back?
Because I assumed I couldn't because it was an Uber number.
Assume. That's, you know what they say about assuming.
I know. Makes an ass out of me.
Yeah.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, Jesper, Vaughn and Sam both said they were following along when Jason wasn't.
Thank you.
Well, that's not saying much. You know what I mean?
Vaughn,
like, let's not reach for the moon here.
and Vaughn, I'm honestly not too concerned about the fee. I'm going to drop the phone off at the hub this coming week, and it'll be done. But it's annoying that I don't feel like I have a way of dropping it off.
My brother said, if it's an iPhone, ask the phone, whose iPhone is this?
Why would Siri do that?
Let's find out.
Anyways.
Whose iPhone is this?
Well, you got to say, hey, Siri.
But it's locked. The phone.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But the phone is dead now.
Now you're just getting crazy.
And it wouldn't unlock. I never tried asking Siri, but it wouldn't unlock. It was locked. I couldn't get into it.
I think it'll still work.
I mean, everyone's saying that the number doesn't stay live forever. Blah blah blah. We understand that, but at some point, Uber has given this person some way to contact you. So I believe that connection between you and that person is still live, even though the ride has ended. I understand that, guys. The number doesn't stay alive when a ride ends. It's like 1 minute or 2 minutes. But
Amy wants to see you two fight. Just saying.
Yes, we're kick my ass.
Brian, I understand. I could just plug it in, but I don't really want to. The problem is, I just want to drop it off at the hub and be done with it. I don't want to spend any more energy on it right now.
I mean, let's be honest. The number one thing you should do is just throw that sucker right out the window. I mean, seriously. No, don't do that.
A little aggressive there,
Can I sell it on Craigslist?
Well, you might be able to.
That's that ethical thing again.
I was saying, that's a little the ethical question, though.
I think when I first started driving and started getting snarky in our Grand Rapids group, and I don't try not to do that anymore. I try to be respectful, but I'd be like, someone would ask that, I'd be like, throw that bitch right out the window. No, I'm like, no, seriously, just bring. I think this was even before the hub was here. I was like, just bring it to the police station. But
yeah, but I will be dropping it off at the hub this coming week. Maybe Cece will be there.
Vaughn said there's no hub in Lansing. That's weird.
Interesting.
Uber will give the passenger another number to get a hold of you. See, that's what I'm thinking. I think it makes a connection between you two, even though it's not the number from the ride itself. Damn, you kicked the camera again, Ben. I just saw it jiggle.
But can I call them back? That's what I don't know.
Well, next time it happens, try to call them back.
I will.
And if it doesn't work,
Dad.
throw it out the window.
Yes, Dad.
Oh, my Lord.
Whatever you say, you know best.
Yes, Dad.
Okay. Jeez Louise. So we're going to breeze through this last thing. Apparently Uber called somebody the N-word. But everyone was freaking out, but there was an update. People believe the person who made the comment to Uber initially had his name as the N-word, and Uberly apparently using a bot, of course, that gives automated responses with the person's Twitter name. The person
I feel like that was set up.
I feel
totally
it.
Set up.
I feel like it was too.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. What are you laughing at?
Amy.
The comments.
Yeah, Amy had a dude show up at my house. He said, I had a dude show up at my house. I wouldn't give me his phone until he made me breakfast. Hey-oh.
I'm not even going to go with that.
No, I know.
Gabe, I mean, I know what you're talking then. You're saying no matter what, you won't be able to call them back? And anyways, let's move on.
Are we still talking about that?
I don't know. I'm a little behind. Larry says that the Twitter account is known for doing stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So
that makes sense.
But anyways, everyone was freaking out, and the memes were funny. If you're bored, just go on Twitter and search those, and some of the memes people were putting on that was freaking hilarious. All right, we're going to jump into tip time, which is sponsored by Vanture Cameras. No, we always sponsor this a little bit by Vanture, and well, actually, it is in the. I don't know if it's in the show notes, or in the description. If you need a camera, don't get a black view. Did I say that really quiet? Don't get a black view. Can you guys hear that? Don't get a black view. No, the black view is good. It's just the connection between the phone, the interface of like getting the videos to you is it's really clunky. I'm not going to say little. It's very annoying. So the quality is really good. But Vanture is best camera on the market, $200. Sometimes you can get it on sale.
For the price. Compared to the price.
Yeah.
I got a really good deal on mine.
Did you?
I just ordered it a couple days ago. I'm supposed to be here Saturday.
Nice.
Calm down, Amy. It's going to be okay.
I think I think the Vanture has the best. Okay, I can't say that because I haven't tried everyone. But compared to the $500 Blackview, the infrared lighting in the Vanture is way better. So question, what is the one thing that is non-negotiable that you will have in your car when you rideshare drive? So meaning, I just read Ben's. Basically,
That's an
anything
joke.
like you have to have while you drive. Paul says he uses an owl in a Vanture. So I know we're jumping back and forth, but people will get caught up. Paul, that owl is a sweet camera, but
Expensive, though.
It's expensive, but I've heard that like the interface is good and getting the video and stuff, but the problem, it has no infrared. So it's useless at night.
That's why he's using the Vanture.
Right. I don't know why you'd use both, though. I'm just confused. But
anyways,
the question was, don't be spamming in here, Amy. What the? Hey, I said, oh man, no one rides for free. Someone ban her.
Drop the ban here.
So the question was, what is the one thing that is non-negotiable that you have in your car when you rideshare drive? For me, it's two things: meds, pain, or bowel. LOL. I have some bowel issues sometimes. Okay, I'm not going to break down what it is, but sometimes I have upset tummy.
You have thimble issues too.
I have thimble issues. I have a Gatorade bottle for that. But meds and granola bars, because if I get hangry, someone's getting hit. I mean, seriously. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to have to go home because I won't be able to handle drunks. Ben, go ahead with yours.
Mine is my wallet. And I know that's kind of an inside joke amongst all of us here because one time Jason was about to drive to the other side of the state without it.
And he tends to forget his wallet when we go out to
dinner. That is a good story.
Yeah.
Shut up, Jasper.
So my non-negotiable item, I know it's basic and kind of obvious, but I've done it before where I completely forget my wallet at home and I go out and rideshare drive. That could be trouble if you get pulled over or if you need cash for something.
I feel like if you're a regular wallet forgetter, that we talked about, that tile is like perfect for that. You just slip that in your wallet, then it beeps at you when you get too far away from it. You're like, oh.
Gotta get my wallet.
Use a wallet phone case.
Or
that's the.
Oh no, that's like an old person case.
Mark wants to know what a thimble issue is.
Bladder. So Samantha says antacids and cushion. I'm going when I say meds with belly. I'm going antacids.
Okay, Amy, that's enough.
See. Free app.
Gosh,
man, they're taking over the chat, aren't they?
So for me. Can I say my freeze?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
No, we don't want to. Just kidding.
Yvette's so drunk right now. I feel like she's just like, she's typing okay, though, but.
For me, it's water and coffee. I will always make sure that I have lots of water and coffee.
Yeah, but I feel like that's for everybody. It's non-negotiable? You will not drive without water or coffee?
No. Well, not without coffee. Either hot or cold.
Ugh, cold coffee.
Well, that thing you guys have put me on.
Oh, those aren't bad. I'm talking.
That's a mocha
I don't
coffee.
like cold brew coffee. Have you ever had cold brew coffee?
Yes, but it's got to be sweetened.
Yeah. Do you like cold brew?
Make my own.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a special cold brewer.
Well, I should say I used to make my own. I haven't made it since I moved in the new house, but I've been going to Tim Hortons every day.
Timmy Hortons. A thimble issue. That's
hey,
so
Amy. Are you drunk, Amy? Something is.
I think Samantha is the only one that legitimately answered the question. You guys suck. Oh, okay. You know, Casey, that's actually a interesting you bring that up. I used to have a square. I think we all had Square readers back in the day because that you didn't have
I
one.
have PayPal.
Well, but I mean, my point is when Uber didn't allow tipping, I think that's when a lot of people did it. But now that they both allow tipping on the app, I kind of got into that or got out of that. I got my friends sending me messages, my other friends. Okay, Amy. Oh my gosh, I think she's drunk too.
I really think she is.
Sam says cold coffee is good. I like Monster Mean Bean. I hear you're getting notifications, Ben. What was that?
I'm not getting notifications.
Okay, moving on. Come on.
Don't yell at me. No. Now everyone use Venmo. Oh, that reminds me. I got to pay my haircut lady on Venmo.
Oh, we are digressing tonight.
Peter, I know you couldn't edit this, and I apologize for that, but what are the non-negotiable things for you?
Honestly, it's kind of like Jesper. I have to have something to drink.
Yeah, I mean, that's
like I won't even drive.
Non-alcoholic, right?
Right.
Well, I mean...
Unless it's Friday night.
Right. The weekend nights, we're boozing it. We're booze cruising. Yeah,
I don't know what it is. Like, do
you feel like it's just... You're just, I mean, it's not
it's
because
almost like a comfort thing. Or
yes,
like
yes,
to relax.
That's what it is. It's like this is my chill time. Like like the
right.
Monster or whatever. I'm like, oh, I'm happy now. I'm driving. It's delicious. Right. It's not like you're thirsty or anything. You're just like, this is what I do. Yeah. Like in the morning, get up, drink a cup of coffee, and those kind of things. I agree with that. So, all right, we're almost done. We're pushing through. What's the weather? I'm not even looking at comments anymore.
Okay.
All right, Facebook questions. So
Amy's getting crazy.
Yeah, she is. So these are questions. All these were from our local group, so I'm sure y'all have seen some of these from time to time. Anyone want to share an easy way to eliminate weed smell from my interior? I'm currently using plain Febreze sprayed heavily, and this is what I don't understand, into the perforated leather. What the hell is perforated?
I think she's talking about when it's sewed together.
No, the other leather seats have tiny perforations in them, little holes.
Well, I know what
for breathability.
Like what Gabe was talking about a couple weeks ago when he was cleaning the puke.
No, I don't think his is leather though. His has just got like the Jeep kind of.
The back of my leather seats have tiny little holes in them for breathability.
Well, anyways, I did not know. I mean, I know what I think in my head what it is, but I just thought leather was solid leather. Like I didn't know it had little holes in it.
I'll show you after.
I don't want to see your little holes.
Actually,
he says, I'm currently using plain Febreze, blah, blah, blah. Also baking soda and Febreze on the carpet before vacuuming. Ever since legalization, evening riders don't try to conceal the pot odor on their clothes anymore. I give any smell offensive 3 stars so I don't get matched again. Good luck. I hate having to clean 3 or 4 times a night. Be aware. I mean...
I don't have
seriously,
that problem.
bro. Yeah, like I had one guy during the week, and I used the opium. No, that's a drug. What is it called? Ozium. Yeah.
He doesn't need drinks.
No. I don't need no drinks. The Monster's kicking in, and that stuff is so strong. I mean, it's like psh, that's all you need. Mm-hmm. But I did have a guy, and I'm not kidding. He got out. I went inside for something, came back in like 5 minutes later, and it was still in there, and then. That's even with the, yeah. So then I went, psh. You like the fade? Psh. Like that. Y'all needed that sound effect, didn't you?
Yeah, I know.
So I don't have a huge problem with it, but every once in a while. But I don't know why this guy's freaking out. Have to clean 3 to 4 times a night. No. I mean, dude. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you need to be doing something else.
I mean, I appreciate like. I appreciate him trying to be more clean, and how Cece was like crazy on her cleaning, and I definitely can appreciate that. But the guy's like 5 times a night he's got to clean the weed out. I mean, come on.
Well, maybe he needs to stop smoking weed himself.
Right.
Well, I mean, I haven't Ben #printer. I haven't had an increase of smelly people in my car with weed, but I have smelled it more. Like it'll go in your vents while you're driving by like a certain part of the city, and you're like, oh shit, that was some weed right there. But I haven't had an increase of riders, I would think. So
no.
I mean, I would say I've had an increase in riders, but not where I need to
now
clean
where
my
you got to
car
clean
with
the car with
Yeah.
baking soda and
No.
But yeah, the Ozium works great. I never bought it. I never had an issue with it. But man, it does work, especially when you have really bad tummy issues too, and you're stinky. No, I'm the only one.
Are you ripping cheeks between rides?
Sometimes it happens, and it's cold in the winter to put the windows down to air it out. All right,
moving on.
This is going.
I know it always goes downhill at the end. So this is from Tim.
Amy says
she
lets people smoke weed in her car.
Oh, she doesn't even drive anymore. She shut her mouth. Just kidding, she says. So Tim posted, and we've talked about this before, but he is not going to be able to do claims anymore on Uber or on Lyft because he hasn't.
Tim?
Yes.
Yeah, Scroober. He's Scroobered.
It's Tim. But don't you think it's just until he actually just submits a couple?
I mean, probably, but I mean, that's kind of a like, you're never going to be able to do it again. Is a little kind of like, the writing on the wall, but
it's kind of, I mean, I hate to say it, it kind of did that to himself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, basically, I was really
go buy $2 worth of cleaning stuff.
Right. So I'll be honest with you, I really struggled the last time we talked with this, understanding, like I thought, we need to get a fake receipt and blah, blah, blah. But Gabe basically said, if you go buy, like you said, $2 worth of cleaning, they're going to give you all the money. Right. They're going to reimburse you. So,
right.
I mean, just go.
And not just the $2.
No. Yeah. You're whatever
going to get the fee.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's too bad that he didn't do it, because if he did lose his ability for that, I know he's a full-time driver. I mean, that kind of sucks, because like if you get a blowout puker, like the one you had to Allendale, that guy. I mean, thank God he got most of it in the bag, but can you imagine having to clean all that up and not getting paid at all?
No.
So
no, that one I got paid for.
So can you break somebody in here break down what you should exactly do so I don't screw it up for Lyft so you get paid? I mean, did I do it okay? I just feel like I don't want to leave it on the table that Lyft is not paying the cleaning fee, because they are.
Yeah, I mean, so do the things you always done, but then afterwards go buy,
Yeah, even if you clean it up all yourself with your supplies in your home, just go to Meijer and buy Febreze, because you're going to use it.
Right.
And then you'll get the cleaning fee.
Submit it, yeah.
So.
Easy
or
peasy.
next time you buy a cleaning fee for your car, save the receipt.
Yeah. Well,
which you should be doing anyways, because you
No, that won't work, because it'll have the date on the receipt. They'll see you bought it beforehand, and they may say, well, you didn't buy it for... I mean, you would think they would say that. You're literally going to have to buy that day or the next day. If it's post-dated, or would that be predated?
Predated.
Whatever. I don't think it'll fly. Just my opinion. So, oh my gosh,
Amy, you are serious. You're either drunk or somebody stole your phone.
No, she's probably high.
Yeah, she probably is. Okay, 2 more.
Can we get there?
Yeah, we can. No one look at the comments. So Linda posted, question, I drove a handicapped person to a store. I stopped in a loading zone.
That is a politically incorrect word.
What?
Handicapped.
Differently able. I don't know. Sorry.
I know.
What the hell just happened?
Ben is on...
Handicaps politically incorrect?
I made it up.
Well, what's it called when you get the card that you put in the window?
Disabled parking permit?
Bullshit. It does not say that. Anyways.
Moving on.
So he says we're not going to get through the last 2, and he's derailing it.
Right, of course.
Okay, question. I drove a disabled person / handicapped person to the store. I stopped in a loading zone. Ellis Parking told me they had that rented this space from the city, and I could not wait until my PAX to come out. My PAX was less than 7 minutes. Well, it should be less than 5. Is this true? Ellis Parking can take away loading zones? I don't know. I know Zachary said they can reserve meters, but I don't know if they can reserve a loading zone. Doesn't that seem a little odd?
Yes.
I had a cop tell me to go drop somebody off in front of the Bob.
Really? Recently?
Yeah. Last week.
Where were you?
I was on Ottawa trying to drop them off in front of 20 Monroe.
Yeah.
Just in front of the valet parking.
Yeah, that's typically where I drop off too.
And well, actually, I was trying to get there, but the cop was blocking off Ottawa.
Well, maybe there was something going on.
Well, there was an event going on, but
well, maybe there was like.
When was the last time you saw him close down Ottawa, though?
Yeah, not very much.
Right. So I said to him, I said, "Where am I supposed to go?" He said, "Go to Monroe." Like, I had just seen a cop give the Ghostbusters guy a ticket.
Okay. So did you just go to the hotel and drop him off?
Where did I go?
I
did. Yeah.
He canceled and kicked him out.
You're done.
So yeah, I don't know. This is just what she posted.
Brian wants to start an after the show stream.
Yeah, you want to post a post stream?
It's a great. So Brian, sign up for the Patreon account. Then you get all the pre-stream.
Yeah, and it's definitely not safe for work. Although I think it kind of was today.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was mainly mic checking. And
Yeah, that was kind of boring.
Don't sit now. Now he's never gonna.
Oh, you're right. I mean, it was awesome. We even have video. Ben got nude. All right, last question.
Yeah, I don't show up on camera. I'm naked right now, actually.
He's wearing no pants. You can't tell even if the camera is on him. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go. Major question.
We're gonna make it.
Let's pull it together.
Let's just pull it out of our pants.
Ben.
He's losing it over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to stop.
If Uber guaranteed you $20 an hour, would you care how much they received?
Yes and no.
Nah, you can't. No. The answer is I don't want to be limited.
Or no.
Well, this person that did this, it was yes or no, or I don't want to be limited in my earnings. Well, then that would be a no. So what do you think? Would you be okay with that? So you'd work 8 hours and you'd make $160.
No,
$20 an hour is pretty decent money.
Yeah, but I would.
Yeah, but see, you guys have different thoughts.
Yeah.
So you say
see, you're only part time. See, I do it full time. So $20 an hour
during the day,
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the slow days.
But the other thing about that though too is, I don't know if I would stop driving because I enjoy the drive. It's not all about the money for me. So. Part of it, it's a tough question. It's a tough question because I don't know if $160 for 8 hours of work would entice me enough to go out.
Well,
and
especially
do
for
time on it.
Yeah, especially for you. Like during the day, I'd be like, yeah, I'll take 160 for 8 hours.
Right? No, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's be real. In my day job, I make more than $20 an hour.
Well, yeah, of course.
So,
really? Just kidding.
He's derailing this shit.
Know,
Not me.
yes.
I'm actually really trying to concentrate on what you're saying.
So, anyways, I do drive for the hobby of it. I drive for the stories, for the therapy. I mean, all that stuff. So.
I honestly, I don't know who I was talking to. It might have been Gabe or Ben or somebody. I don't know. But I really miss the unicorns. I love the adrenaline of.
It's the adrenaline rush.
It's the adrenaline. Like you're like, oh, I'm going to stay out. I don't want to stay out till 2:30 in the morning anymore because it's like if I was going to make $150 on a ride, okay, I can be a little tired the next day. But if I'm only going to make $30, it's just like it's not worth being tired to me personally. So I really miss that adrenaline. So
I was going to say, so Samantha said $25 a minimum at night, and yeah, right. I mean, last weekend I was $32 minimum. I was $32 an hour. So
yeah,
I think the question really more depends on. Are you a part-time driver or are you a full-time driver?
Sure. I can see that.
Well, because I guess the question was kind of streaming from the New York drivers are getting paid that flat rate now.
Really?
And they actually stopped hiring drivers in New York for Uber and Lyft. They are currently not doing it anymore. So they're making $20 an hour. Well,
plus tips?
I don't think so. Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I'd have to look that up.
$20 an hour plus $20 an hour plus tips.
Yeah, but in New York, when your rent's $3,000 a month, unless you live in New Jersey and drive in or something. But Larry says, it's crazy when Jason is the one trying to keep things on track. I think that's it. Oh, who said, hey, guys? John. I swear he signed in late last week. Ben's putting gifts on there. Watch what you wish for. What does that mean?
They can't stop tips. Oh, it's $17 in New York.
No, it's $20.
Brian says 17.
I'm pretty sure it's 20. We even talked about it, but
anyways, are we done?
Yes, wants to be done. No. Well, apparently, we need to do a post live stream too. No, guys, thank you so much. Again, if you have any car issues in regards to body work or need some detail work, check out Impact of Cascade. CarStar
Impact of
Cascade. Telephone number 616-954-9200. I think.
Ask for Steve.
Thank you guys so much. These live streams are real. I really look forward to them. I really look forward to hanging out with people and having fun and talking ass, and it's one of my favorite things.
And then one more thing, guys. In the coming week, look for a save the date. Sign up for our Facebook page and look for save the date.
Are you getting remarried?
No, I'm not. But there's a special driver community save the date. Big event coming up.
Unfortunately, well, I'm not going to say it's just for our local.
I mean, if you want to make the...
I think Larry should make the trip. He's talking about it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
We want to sell the date now? I think it's the 29th, isn't it?
I don't know.
Of June. You're the one that had the... I almost said something.
So, anyways, yes, I believe it is the 29th of June.
Jesper's the one that's like
I know.
planning this
That's
thing.
why I almost said he had a BONER for it. I think I'll just spell it.
So,
thanks, John.
Amy says all she learned is that Jason has IBS.
No, I do not have IBS.
So, it is June 29th.
Did you confirm?
Yes.
All right. That's what I thought. It's June 29th.
So save the date. Big event coming up, guys.
Yep. So Larry said it'll come. Yvette says get a prenup, Jesper.
We are having a picnic for rideshare drivers. So stay tuned.
Oh, no. Why did you? He did a little teaser. Learn production.
I thought he was.
No, but he did the teaser. Look for the coming event. Getting excited. Now you blew it.
No, it's not blown. It's
Nobody's
not blown. Ben did a good job.
Jesper's always going to come to my side, Jason.
Yeah, I know. He's a teetotaler.
So yes, we're going to have a family picnic. It's for drivers and their families.
Yes.
And it's going to be...
They think we're funny.
The food is going to be paid for by the GR Rideshare Adventures, but we do encourage you to bring a side as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's not required, but...
No, it's not. It's going to be at a park out in Jenison. There's going to be a splash pad. There's going to be lots of fun. We have a one of the pavilions all day long. So
yep, and Amy's providing the weed.
So there's gonna be, and
it's legal now.
And guys, it's a real thing. Okay, it's not a joke. This is a real thing.
You see how serious he got?
I'm
sorry.
Thank you
sorry.
so much.
No, it was.
We'll be posting an event later this week.
It was just so. It's a real thing, guys. It's not fake. It is a real thing.
Yes.
It's as real as the Fiji water in that water bottle.
That's right. It's untouched by human hands. Come on, Brian. If you're from Nashville, you can ride with Larry on the way up.
With Larry.
He's Bowling Green. I think is right on the border of
Kentucky.
Yeah, but I think it's right on the border of Tennessee and Kentucky. So
there's lots of good driving up here too. Come on up.
No, there's not good driving. Shut
terrible.
your. All right,
Don't
you
sign
can
up.
kill it, Ben.
It's terrible here.
Kill this now.
Jeez. Before Jesper gives our money away, Amy's like, you can't wear shorts in Jenison.
Thank you, guys. See ya.